Hello and welcome everyone. Finally, we are back again. It's me, Andre Bernhard, indie expo guy and indie advisor, as well as Dana Alex, but it's not just the two of us here at the devcom indie expo streaming to you, more or less live because this is pre-recorded, but besides of that, with us is also Joost Vervoort today. Vervoort, did I pronounce the name correctly?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, Joost is with us from Speculative Agency, and he's going to he's going to talk with us about All Will Rise. So say hello to a fantastic audience, everyone. Hello.
Hello, everyone. My name is Joost Vervoort, and I'm Impact Director on All Will Rise, which means that I think about the game and what it does to to society and sort of in the societal context of the game that we're building. I'm also an associate professor at Utrecht University. The rest of our team are all game developers with a lot of sort of industry experience, and I'm sort of the researcher on the project.
And usually they send out the professor to do the talking, or how it is?
Sometimes, yeah. I mean, I think I can talk about this game quite well. So
yeah. Good. So shall we just jump right into it, Dana?
Good. Definitely, nice. I'm ready. I'm excited to start a new game.
First of all, I'm super excited, to talk to a person who is an impact director. I mean, I'm in the industry since a while, but I think I never met someone having the role of an impact director. Yeah. What does it tell us about the game if it needs an impact director? What is All Will Rise about?
Yeah, so All Will Rise is a game that sort of emerged as an idea when I was involved with real sort of eco and climate activism. I was involved in a lawsuit against a big pension fund, one of the world's biggest pension funds called ABP.
Yeah.
They had 15 billion euros invested in fossil fuels. And there was an activist group called Fossielvrij, Dutch activist group, who wanted to take them to court for ignoring the Paris Agreement, essentially. And I got involved with that because I thought it was going to be very effective because pension funds do a lot of stuff. They invest a lot in fossil fuels and so on, but they're also sensitive to pressure from the people who hold their pensions. And I got involved and I thought, okay, can we build a game about climate court cases or about sort of people destroying the planet, the people with all the money destroying the planet? And I thought, yeah, I think if we can make something that's like sort of like an Ace Attorney meets, maybe the vibes of a Disco Elysium or something like that, this could really work. And that sort of was the starting point. And so we got a team together, wonderful people. Niels and Maracha are folks from who are ex-Guerrilla Games, who worked on Horizon, Forbidden West, and Zero Dawn. And we have Meghna Giant on the team, who's
nice.
She's our narrative designer for the game, who has done lots of amazing work on 80 Days and other games like that. We have Hugo Biele on the team, who has had a really great position leading sort of the climate games developers in the IGDA Climate Special Interest Group. And he has worked on games like Ultros and Fae. And so...
so you put together quite an all-star team to work on the project.
Yeah, basically it's a lot of people, and there's more people on board that have really wonderful experience doing work on great games. And the interesting thing with All Will Rise has been that we really want to make a game that's an engaging commercial game first, right? And we don't want to make a game that's about that's sort of like an educational game or something. It's got to be exciting. It's got to be really in that sort of space of the games that I was talking about. Yeah.
That is good to hear, because I think from my personal view, that's the right approach to make something fun. And if you educate people on the side, that's also nice. But if you try to educate them via a game, most of the time it's just like, then it becomes a core quite sudden. But we got the impression what the background of the project is and the team, and also we need to give a short disclaimer before we really jump into the gameplay. It's like this is an early version, so there is no sound yet. It's not like anything is missing. It's just an early version that has no sound or music in it yet, right?
That's right. We're working on sound and music right now. We have a wonderful sound artist and a musician working with us, so the sound and music are being produced as we go, and it's sounding amazing. We have a preview of that in the trailer for the game and so on. and I'm a musician myself. I play in a few bands, and so it's very exciting to be part of the discussions about what music fits this game. And the music is kind of wild and hopeful, but also dark and vibey, and that's just been a lot of fun to see the game come together with the music sort of like picking up the energy of the game.
Okay, the world is burning. Dana, congratulations. Good
yeah,
job.
I did that.
This is not the fail screen.
Okay.
The river is on fire.
The river is on fire. Yeah.
Yeah, we are here in Muziris, which is a fictional city, or at least fictional now in South India, in Kerala state, because our narrative designer Meghna and our artist Yuvraj are from India. And Muziris is a city that existed in the real world, but up to the 13th century, and it was then flooded. But in our version of the world, it still exists. So this is a sort of sideways speculative alternative reality that we're in, where lots of things are the same as in our world, but things are also quite different. And it's a bit more explicitly mystical. So we talk about the river burning. You see, the river is a god that's dying essentially in this reality.
Yeah. I'm really impressed by the art style. I have to say that was one of the first things I saw. I was really impressed by how it looks. I know it sounds very shallow because don't judge a book by its cover, but that's the first thing you see. And I was really impressed. I really like it. It's very unique, but in the most positive way.
Yeah. Thanks. That's really good to hear. We really try to capture a sense of wildness and mysticism and darkness, but also playfulness. With the art style, and Yuvraj has been doing a great job on this. So as you can see, the game it has a deck builder sort of core gameplay to it. So we play as Koyili, our protagonist, who is like an eco lawyer and activist, and you can sort of shape what Koyili is like by finding different cards. The deck of her cards is basically her toolbox for talking to people. And so when you get different cards, she also has different stats. So she has hearts, minds, and guts. So she has this, but other characters also have, minds being more sort of about rationality, obviously, hearts being about emotion and empathy, and guts is more about intuition, anger, power, passion. And so here you can see. So what do you want to do? So you're gonna
I'm not
scheme.
gonna go. Yeah.
Drink a lot of coffee, start working out the plan. So Koyili wants to do something about the river.
Me.
I was just about to say.
What we saw at the start of the game was that Koyili and her team actually won a lawsuit to make the river get personal rights, to have that personal rights. But a few months later, the river is on fire. No one cares about the personal rights. So something has to be done about this, right? The river is polluted to hell. We don't know yet why exactly, but it's on fire, which does happen in real life, as strange as it sounds. But burning rivers happen sometimes.
Yeah.
So they murdered the river. So
yeah. I was just gonna say, because we just gave it a personhood and we just considered it as a person. Now they murdered it. That's pretty.
But isn't that? I mean, is it all based on real events then somehow? There is this personal rights river discussion in India, if I get it correctly. Same thing with the city that you mentioned. Where just like, do you always move in this kind of gray area between real life and fiction?
Yes. So we draw a lot on real life. So we've interviewed a lot of activists around the world, but also in India. And so it's definitely inspired by real situations. But then there's this sort of fantastical, mythical sort of mystery element that comes in as well. And so we have a lot of freedom to play with that. And because it's also the types of worlds that we want to sort of live in ourselves, right? And have exciting and interesting. Yeah, so here we are with Koyili's team, and Koyili's coming in after a night of brainstorming and drinking way too much caffeine, and we're getting a card here, Inappropriate Joy, that we can use later.
Cool.
So here are our two team members, Joy and Shintu, and they're very different. They have very different perspectives on what needs to happen as well. So the team sort of discussing. How can we approach this case? How can we find out who murdered the river? How do we take them to trial and so on? They have very different ideas about this. And the conversations that they're having between themselves and the fights that they're having between themselves really represent the arguments that different people are having about what do we do about, the powerful people destroying the planet. There's very different perspectives on this. So.
Is it? What is the strongest part regarding the gameplay? Is it more that like a branching narrative? So does it more go into the direction of 80 days or more Disco Elysium then? Is it, I mean, I guess it's hard to grasp, but
yeah, so the core gameplay, as we'll see in a moment when we go to our this is a bit of introduction and sort of just conversation between the
yeah,
characters, but we're going into our mission screen. Or we're going to be assigning jobs to our team members and then going on missions ourselves. And I would say that the heart of the gameplay is that sort of mission work, but then also card battles. So obviously we're collecting cards. And so here you see a card, trial for murder. Okay, there was a little thing at the bottom that said that it was still sort of like weak evidence. This idea of trial for the murder of the river is still weak. And by going out into the world and doing missions, you'll be able to find evidence that strengthens your cards. So the cards they go from speculative to indisputable evidence.
Yeah.
You can use.
Yeah. We saw that in the beginning when they said that River is a person and it was proven.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Exactly.
That's
right.
That's right. So the core gameplay is this quite deep, I think, card battle gameplay, which is about having these conversations with people about trying to get evidence from them, trying to convince them to join your cause, or trying to trick them into sort of saying something, right? If they're sort of the antagonists, the people working for the powers that be. So here you see that Joy isn't very excited about taking people to court. She doesn't really believe in this strategy. She believes that we need to build people power and have protest movements and so on, which is part of the game. And so about your question about the branching, we want to make, so we have about an hour and a half of gameplay now, or we're building more. We want the game to be, so we're sort of halfway in terms of time. We want the game to be about 3 or 4 hours, but be very replayable. So you go through it quite quickly, but you have this completely different pathways. So maybe your whole team burns out. So there's a burnout mechanic in the game where if you overpress your team's resources, they burn out. Maybe you win the case, your team burns out, or maybe you there is a possibility to hold a people's court, a sort of revolutionary people's court, and you get involved with some people who are very radical, So we have a card here that says the Perrier is dead, which is still speculation. We don't.
There we can see it. Okay, only one drop or whatever.
This time I waited. This time I waited.
Yeah, no. And you see there's some tags here, right? The river is spiritual and suffering. So these will also help us to connect the card to other cards.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah. So still, go on.
You mentioned like the version right now has like 1 hour, 1.5 hours of gameplay. Do people who like what they are seeing and are curious about to get more, I guess it's a game where you need to spend some time on your own to really, really grasp all the details. Is there any chance to register for a demo, download the demo, or?
We're working on that. We are building up to a Kickstarter and there will be a moment that a demo will be available in that process. But definitely we've demoed the game to a whole bunch of people already at conventions and so on, and it's been very interesting because just imagine having an hour and a half of gameplay at a convention.
Yeah.
We've had many people play the entire game.
Yeah.
Which has been amazing, right? People just walk up and are like, "Can I try this?" And they walk away an hour and a half later, or an hour and 15 later, something like that. So here we have Shabir. So Shabir is our first sort of like fully developed card battle here. And Shabir is a fisherman, and he's a friend of Shintu's. And the goal with Shabir is really that he's quite traumatized about what happened to the river, and he doesn't want to talk about it. So he's more interested in having a casual chat about his daughters.
Yeah.
But of course, you're here to get information from him. So it's like, okay, well, let's see. So
now the battle starts.
The battle starts.
Just before it starts, which is the best way on which social media channel is the best to follow the development project and get to know about the Kickstarter and everything? Most
active at the moment on Instagram and on Blue Sky.
Okay, so make sure everyone, if you like what you're seeing, follow along on Blue Sky. All Will Rise or Speculative Agency? What's the keyword here?
It's a Speculative Agency, and we're on Instagram as well. There's a lot being posted on Instagram too. Yeah. So here we see that there's a mission. So there's a mission at the top left here that says Rile Shabir up, right?
Yeah.
And so we want to get Shabir's guts, his courage, essentially up to 17 from 10. because then he'll be brave enough
Ah,
to speak about what actually happened on the river.
Mm-hmm.
So various cards that we can play that are at the bottom there will modify his his courage in a way. Right?
All right. Okay. So I want the I want the lightning to go up. Okay, that's good. So
That's
I
right.
probably should give them something that is like that,
Yeah.
and that
yeah,
would
that
I'll
gives some
just
guts.
I'll just does it matter where I place it? Sorry, I should have asked before I actually place it, but
So it does matter, but for right now it's still fine. But some
Okay.
cards need to be connected to others, but the game will tell you. It's
Okay,
okay.
okay. I love how I wanted to ask the question. I asked it in my head and I placed it and then I said it.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
very
Very
good. I'm a pro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Because I got to 15, so that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah, what I really love about this gameplay is that you play these cards, right? That are just in your deck, but the characters are talking along with the cards, right? So you get this sort of interaction between character dialogue and the card battle, right?
Yeah.
So he keeps talking about his daughters. He's
Oh, yeah,
he's
yeah.
not he's not yet there ready to talk about what's actually going on. So he just talks over you essentially.
Soon. Yeah.
So you're
Okay.
getting there.
Okay. All right. Let's see.
How much dialogue is there in there already?
A lot. There's a lot.
A lot.
A lot of
Rough word count so far?
Yeah, I don't know the word count, but there's a lot
Yeah.
there. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot more. So yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so you're almost there. You've got 15.
Yeah.
15.
I'll take this one now, but I just wanted to see what the others do because these are
Yeah,
kind of
yes.
they have a different effect. Yeah. I'll take this one now. I'll take this one.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can put it either here or here. I will put it here. It feels right to put it here.
Nice.
So close. Look at that. Look at that.
So Keely is like, you've
Yeah.
been fishing this river for a long time, right? And he talks about it.
Yeah.
The river's dead. It's bad luck to talk about dead gods.
Ah.
Okay.
He keeps
Oh,
going,
but
but
that should
he's gonna get there. He's gonna get there.
that
for
should
sure.
do the trick. That's good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, his daughters do sound quite cute,
But the placement of his answers, that it doesn't matter right now. Or
For his answer, it doesn't matter, but it
Yeah.
matters because he's sort of blocking your possibilities to place other cards.
yeah, okay.
It simulates that you want someone to talk about what you want them to talk about, but they're just filling the
Yeah, okay, got it.
right.
Oh, now he's
So now he's yeah.
now he's interested.
It's coming. It's coming. Yeah, you have to play. I have to play my cards right. So if you click on the mission there at the top.
Oh yeah, now I can claim it, right?
Yeah, okay.
Yes. So you claim it. So you just click on that, and then there we go.
Ta-da!
You file him
Boom.
up. So yeah. So
Boom.
you've listened to the stories. Yeah. So he knows why you're there. He was just hesitant to talk. So here you get a new card from him called Oil on the River. So
Oh
you
yeah,
place that.
now because it was hearsay, now maybe
It's
he can
connected,
prove it for
exactly,
me.
yes. You see these cards are connected because they're all sort of cards about the river. And then
Yeah.
he plays a second
Oh,
card,
yeah,
which
yeah.
is real evidence, which is a mystery oil tanker. So he's
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about that. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So this is a new card that you're getting from him. So this is the
Yeah.
way that you collect evidence, right? And so it's still speculation. So you gotta go out and investigate and build
Cool.
the strength of this card.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that looks better now. The oil on the river because he said it. Yeah. Good.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
Nice.
nice
So,
work. Nice work.
Yeah.
So
Very
here we
cool.
are again in the team management sort of screen. Shintu wants to work on the weekend, but he just had a burnout, so maybe he's being a bit stupid.
But you're always only playing the female protagonist. The rest of your team, they will just do the missions or
Yeah, so you're playing
Okay.
Kuyili, and you can send yourself on missions, or
Yeah.
the others is more about managing them and thinking about what missions fit them, right? So, for instance, Shintu is a very kind man.
Yeah.
Maybe not very sort of like strong-willed. He's very soft and sweet, but he also has lots of connections with the fishers communities. And Joy is a lot more abrasive, but younger and more media savvy.
Cool.
So your credibility has been upgraded.
Undeniable.
Yeah.
It's,
Really
it's
good. Now we know. It's undeniable.
Yeah.
You can't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's found
really
the
good.
evidence.
Really good.
Yeah, which is nice
What
work.
the engine that you are using, it's Unity.
Yes.
Okay, and the game will be, the plan is to release it on PC, or PC is the main development platform?
No, we're going to be releasing on all platforms.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, including mobile eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I could see this work out pretty well with a touch interface.
Yeah, exactly. And so you see that the Shinto is getting very depressed from
Yeah.
all of that.
Oh
what we're
yeah.
fighting, and his guts have burned out. So that means that we cannot send him on any missions that require him to be courageous.
Okay.
Until he recovers, anyway.
Yeah, we can do it then. Look at us. We are pretty good. We're doing very good here.
Yeah, you're doing okay. Yeah. Kuyili is a very strong person. So. Yeah, Joy also feels like, yeah, that's just the world, you know. She's a little bit less soft than Shinto.
Okay, I can't.
As we need to come to an end slowly, and 20 minutes rush by so fast. What's the target audience from your point of view for this game?
Yeah, the target audience, I think, is very diverse, right? It's anyone who's interested in an Ace Attorney, in a deck builder, strategic deck builder, in a sort of like team role-playing game type games. You know, the sort of the Disco Elysium type of vibe, the Citizen sort of vibe, a little bit as well. But I think it's also a bit more light and playful, and a little bit less sort of like super. You know, Citizen Sleeper is like a retro CRPG, right? Which requires a bit more of people than our game, I think. And then, you know, people interested in politics and sort of social movements and so on, which is, of course, also a really big, like a lot of us, I think, are upset with the oligarchs of the world burning down the planet. So that's also definitely an audience that we're interested in. So yeah, sort of a mixed, diverse audience, I would say.
Yeah, and it has this very good looking but still uncommon art style where it makes it really stand out to a certain degree. And I also like the card mechanic, which looks familiar but offers something different in this conversation battles, I would call it. We need to come to an end, sadly.
Yes.
Joost, thanks a lot for taking the time, being with us, for being part of DevCom and the Indie Expo, and taking your time to showcase the qualities of All Will Rise.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Dana, as well. Thanks, everyone watching. And make sure, if you like what you're seeing, follow along Speculative Agency and All Will Rise. That's it from us. Crazy waving. Until soon. Bye-bye.